Let's go back to our top story now, where more than 10 people are unfortunately feared dead after a bus collided with a pickup ferrying a corpse at River Isikhu bridge on the outskirts of Kakamega town. As we mentioned earlier, our reporter Francis Ontomo is on the ground. Francis, before we lost you, you were telling me that you are currently at the hospital where the survivors have been rushed.
Yes, it is. 12 of people have been brought here at Kakamega Provincial General Hospital. And as was indicated a few minutes ago, I was at the accident scene. That is a place called Chirera in Kakamega. So far, we've confirmed that 10 bodies have been transferred to Kakamega Provincial General Hospital mortuary, and cause of other now in very bad condition, we are told, are here at Kakamega Provincial General Hospital. Just to give you a picture of what exactly happened, it was that a pickup carrying a corpse was coming from Kakamega headed to a place called Musoli. And when they reached the place, it's very easy that is near a river called Isikhu. It collided head-on with a bus that was coming from the opposite direction from the Umoja circle. And 6 people were confirmed dead on the spot, and then 2 and a few minutes later, more bodies were actually ferried. More people actually died and were ferried to the mortuary. We stopped eyewitnesses to give a very awful account of what happened. They say the pickup that was carrying the corpse actually left and took the lane that the bus was using, and that brought the collision. And the corpse that was being carried by this pickup was thrown out of the vehicle. And when we were on the ground, we actually saw the coffin now broken into pieces. People cried just around that accident. A very devastating ordeal.
All right. Ontomo, you did mention that you're currently at the hospital. I know that you just arrived, but have you heard anything about the number of survivors? How many of those are in critical conditions, and how many are likely to be discharged very soon?
I managed to talk to an officer here who actually said that I should not name him. The officer said that he has about 20 or 15 people brought, rather it's 15 exactly, that moved into the hospital. And most of them are in very bad condition, especially he's telling me that a conductor of the bus is actually so bad, and the driver who was driving the bus has actually, one of his legs has been cut. And most of them are being referred now to the intensive care unit.
Very grisly scene you're describing there. We also understand that it's possible some bodies may have been thrown into the river. Can you give us any confirmation with regard to this?
Actually, the accident happened a few meters from the river. Therefore, no body was actually thrown into the river. All the bodies and the dead were actually recovered just along the road. No one has been thrown into the river either.
Thank you very much, Francis Ontomo. He's certainly on the scene, keeping an eye on anything that unfolds. But what we do know so far, 10 people feared dead after a bus collided with a pickup that was ferrying a corpse at River Isikhu bridge, and that's on the outskirts of Kakamega. It was a 32-seater vehicle, and it was headed to Kisumu. And the number of the survivors is still unclear, but our reporter says roughly 20 people have been admitted in hospital, most of them in critical condition.